we'll have them join us along the way also. And we'll make sure that Mr. Reader is unmuted. And we will invite you to help us welcome Shabbat and to celebrate Hanukkah. We have a double dose today of goodness, of brightness and light. So raise your hand if you're already enjoying Hanukkah. Raise your hand if you already had a latke. Raise your hand if you have already spun a dreidel. Raise your hand if you figured out how to spin it upside down. Can you do it upside down? Okay, that's what we want to know next month. If you can figure out how to spin it upside down, you snap it on the stem and then drop it quickly. And that's the challenge for between this Shabbat and next time when we get all back together. Avery, you can do it? You're going to, excellent. And I know Caleb can do it for sure. We are going to sing, and we're going to have a bit of a story, and we're going to pray with you and hope that you will join us as well. And we will get started. We will get started in just one moment. Everybody can see the screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. Okay, Shabbat Shalom and Chanukah Sameach, Chag Sameach to everybody. We're going to start our evening tonight singing Bim Bam. Actually, technically, we start Hanukkah before we start Shabbat because we have to kindle our Hanukkah lights before we're not supposed to light any other candles, right? Which is Shabbat. So we're gonna sneak in a little warm up of Shabbat Shalom first, and then move to some Hanukkah songs as well. But get your Bim Bam hands ready. Do some wiggling? Let's see some wiggling, everybody. Some stretching. And then get your Bim Bam hands ready and help us sing Bim Bam.
Bim Bam, Bim 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 Bam, Bim 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 Bam, Bim Bam, Bim 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 Bam, Bim 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 Bam. Hanukkah Shalom, hey, Hanukkah Shalom. Hey, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Shalom. We'll sing with Shabbat. Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bitty 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 bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. One last time. Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Welcome, everybody. We are happy to now officially mark Hanukkah and celebrate Hanukkah with you. So if you have some wiggles and some jiggles and you need to get up and you need to be a dreidel in persona, we're going to invite you to stand up and turn yourself around and get some wiggles and jiggles out and be the dreidel and sing the dreidel song with us. Dreidel, 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 right? I made it out of clay. So come sing with us and be a dreidel with us. Show us how you spin like a dreidel.
I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I shall play. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I shall play.
We had some excellent dreidels. I saw none, thankfully, who spun upside down, but all dreidels who were right side up. Way to go, everybody. And we will continue. I'm going to invite you to pray with me and to read, if you are a reader, to read these words with us, or the words that you can. I guess actually, Mr. Reader and Mrs. Reader, that counts for you, right, as readers, right? So join us, please. Right. Everybody, you can stay muted for now, but do join us as we continue praying by saying, God began the world by saying, let there be light. And we begin Shabbat with candlelight, saying, Baruch atah Adonai. And God finished creating the world by making Shabbat a holy day. So we make Shabbat a holy day for ourselves. We hope that the glow of the candles remind us of God's light, of brightness, of warmth, and of miracle. And may this special Shabbat, this Shabbat that's got Hanukkah and Shabbat together in one, be a special and a holy time for us. Mr. Reader, I wonder if you could help us with the kindling of the Hanukkah lights first. So we light our helper candle, our shamash first, right? And then we kindle. You'll see it even, I put up for you a picture so you know which direction to light. We light the one on the farthest right first, and then the next one over.
No, that's not the way I've learned, Rabbi Till.
That you light the newest light, you light the newest light first?
I have a song to prove it.
Oh, okay, okay.
You put them in starting from the right, add one more for every night, but don't forget when you start to light, you light them from the left to right.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I meant you put the candles in right to left. I'm sorry. You put the candles in right to left and you light the one on the inside first. Sorry. I even put that slide up that says you put them in from the farthest right. I couldn't figure out what you were talking about. And then you light the first light for tonight first, and then last night next. Okay. So you light them from the inside out. You put them in from the right to the left, but you light them from the left to the right if you know your L's and your R's. Mr. Reader, thank you.
All right. Shall we sing the blessing?
Yes.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah.
And the second bracha we share together, thanks God for the blessings of this wondrous season and for all the wondrous deeds from our ancestors from way back when.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavoteinu v'imotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh.
Right, our ancestors who were our fathers and our mothers from way back when. And then we kindle our Shabbat lights right after that. So be careful for those of you who have grown-ups close by, make sure that they help you kindle your Shabbat lights next. And then we will share the bracha together. And you will notice that the bracha tonight gets sung to the melody of the same for the candle lighting, for Hanukkah candle lighting. Mr. Reader, will you help us with that?
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We say there's this great big love that surrounds us. It's bigger than the biggest mountain. So show us your biggest arms all the way across and longer than the longest time. And God is like a great big love all around us and in us, teaching us Torah to our mothers and our fathers and to all of us. And when we listen and we learn, we hear and we understand, and we can feel God all around us and in us, teaching us to love best we can. We're going to invite you, please, in some way in your body or in your spirit, in the way that you feel deep down, in the way that God talks to you, to join us as we rise for our call to worship, the Baruch Hu.
Lai la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. La Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamivorach Baruch Adonai Hamivorach Leolam Vaed Hamivorach Leolam Vaed.
And we listen quietly and we take a deep breath so we can say, "Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one," and we quiet ourselves by closing our eyes and singing the song and concentrating carefully on the words of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
And you can be seated as we continue. And we remember that long, long time ago, we were slaves in Egypt, and there were 10 terrible plagues, and Pharaoh finally told Moses that we could be free. It was a time of great excitement and relief and miracle. We could be free to celebrate Shabbat, free to celebrate Hanukkah. We could be free to pray to God, free to be Jewish, free to be who we were meant to be. But just as we got to the sea, Pharaoh changed his mind again, and his chariots and his soldiers, they were coming back, and they were looking to collect us again and take us back to Egypt, back to slavery. And just then the sea parted, and we were able to safely cross to the other side, and we couldn't believe it. And we said, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, who is like you, Adonai? We said it, and we were able to sing it. And today we remember that there are people who aren't free, and we promise that with your help, we'll work hard to make sure that everyone is set free and that all the world will sing with joy.
Elim Adonai, Mi kamocha nedar bakodesh, Nora tehilot osefele, Nora tehilot osefele. Now keep clapping, yalalas. Yala la 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 la. Yala la 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 la. Yala la 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 la. Yala la 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 la.
That was what freedom must have felt like, and freedom must have sounded like, I have to imagine. We say, source of good, thank you for the many gifts and blessings that fill our lives. The sweet smells, right? We know some of the cookies that you're making, the delicious tastes, the latkes that you're eating, and the warm touch in our families and at home, a friendship of love and life. Your Torah, which teaches us wisdom, we praise you, God, for all of your goodness. And we pray for peace, peace for everyone, everywhere, in all places, peace for the soldiers fighting wars, peace for people who live where soldiers are fighting around them. Peace for parents who are worried about their children, and peace for children who are worried about their parents. Peace for people who are struggling with others, peace for people who are struggling with themselves. And we praise you, eternal God. You help us to make peace, and you help us to find peace. Join us, please, as we continue, and we'll sing about peace. We'll sing Shalom Rav together.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov beinecha libarei et Amcha Yisrael. Bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
We'll take just a moment for just a breath of silence, a breath to think and a breath to be, and then we'll continue with the singing of Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Bimroma, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu.
we'll take a moment and we'll think about the people in our lives, maybe the people in our families, certainly the people in a lot of places right now who are not feeling well and who are sick. And let's hold them in our prayers and hold them in our hearts and think about them as we sing the Mishaberach together and pray for their healing and their strength and for good care of the people who are helping them along the way. Will you join us as we sing the Mishaberach?
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
And we all say amen, amen. Who's ready for a short story? Put up your hand if you're ready for a short story. Yes, yes, sort of, kind of, maybe. Okay, maybe you know this story. I don't know, but maybe you don't yet know this story of the Hanukkah bear. Who knows the story of the Hanukkah bear? Anybody? Not yet? Okay, let's see if we can get this in a full screen for you. Old Bear awoke from his winter sleep and he poked his nose outside his den. What was that? Something to eat. Old Bear's empty stomach rumbled and he shook himself all over and he lumbered out of his den to follow that delicious smell. Bubby Bryna took the last potato latke from the pan and she put it into the oven with the others. Bubby Bryna was 97 years old and didn't see so well, and she didn't hear as well as she used to, but she still made the best potato latkes in the village. And every year at Hanukkah time, all her friends came to her house on the edge of the forest. How they loved those latkes. Bubby Bryna always made a lot. But tonight she made twice as many as usual. Tonight was a special night. Tonight, the rabbi was coming, and she hurried to get ready. Just then she heard a thump on the door and she opened it. Rabbi, you're here early. How nice to see you. Rumph, growled the old bear. Happy Hanukkah to you. Please come in. Old Bear walked into the house. I'll take your coat, Rabbi. My, how thick it is. Bubby Bryna tugged at Old Bear's fur, and the old bear roared. Oh, you want to keep your coat on? Well, okay, that's all right. It's chilly in here. And Old Bear's nose twitched. Thank you, Rabbi. How kind of you to say that. The latkes will taste even better than they smell. And the old bear followed his nose to the oven. Rabbi, I'm surprised at you. You know we don't eat until we light the menorah, the Chanukiah. That's all right. I know you were teasing. I'll light the candles. Will you say the blessings? Bubby Bryna struck a match. And she lit the shamas candle, and then she lit one for the first night. She probably put them in the right order and then lit them in the right order. And Old Bear muttered and growled, ruff, grah. Who has kept us alive, who has sustained us, enabled us to reach this season. Oh, Rabbi, you say the blessings so beautifully. Bubby Bryna sat down at the table. Old Bear sat beside her. Let's play dreidel. We'll use these nuts. And Old Bear cracked one with his teeth. Rabbi, you won't have any nuts for the game if you eat them. Growled the old bear. Don't worry, I have plenty of nuts if you need more. Bubby Bryna spun the dreidel, and it stopped on the letter Gimel. I win. And Bobby Bryna swept the nuts into her apron. Roar, the old bear roared. Don't be angry, Rabbi. It's only a game. She tossed him a nut, and Old Bear begged for some more. No, Rabbi, no more nuts. It's time for dinner. And Bobby Bryna opened the oven door, and she took out a platter piled high with steaming potato latkes. Old Bear sniffed the latkes as she set them out on the table. And she asked, do you prefer sour cream or jam? Or some people like applesauce? And Bobby Bryna asked those questions. The Gold Bear growled. Jam. I thought so. Bobby Bryna smeared 5 big latkes with jam and stacked them on Old Bear's plate. And Old Bear gobbled them down. Bobby Bryna laughed. You should use a fork. You have jam all over your beard. So she wet a towel and she wiped Old Bear's face. I must tell you, Rabbi, you kind of eat like a bear. I'm hungry like a bear, so I eat like one. I can see that, Bobby Bryna said. Old Bear ate and ate and ate until all the latkes were gone, and he felt a little drowsy. His head flopped onto her lap. Rabbi, you're so sleepy. Who wouldn't be sleepy after such a meal? All the latkes are gone. It's time to go home. But before you leave, I have a Hanukkah present for you. Bobby Bryna took a red scarf from her knitting basket and she wrapped it around the Old Bear's neck. I made it myself. Grr. Old Bear licked Bobby Bryna's face and she blushed and she said, oh, Rabbi, at my age? And the Old Bear shuffled to the door. He growled as he walked off into the night. Good night to you too, Rabbi. Happy Hanukkah. And Bobby Bryna was washing the dishes when she heard another knock. I wonder who that is. Shalom, Bobby Bryna. All her friends stood at the door wishing her a happy Hanukkah. Shalom and hi, everybody, she said. How nice to see you. I'm sorry I don't have any more latkes. The rabbi just came by and he ate them all up. Bobby Bryna, don't you recognize me? It was the rabbi. The rabbi couldn't have eaten your latkes, everyone said. He's been with us in the synagogue at temple. But Bobby Bryna rubbed her forehead. Something strange is happening, Rabbi. I think there's an imposter going around. He looks like you. He talks like you. He even has your beard. And just then the children cried, look at the floor. There are bear tracks. A bear. A bear. And I thought it was the rabbi. Bobby Bryna had to sit down. And soon she began to giggle. That was a very clever bear or a very foolish booby. Well, let the bear have a happy Hanukkah. I had a happy Hanukkah too, and so will you, dear friends. Bring some potatoes from the cellar, fetch my grater and bowl, and everybody has to help. You too, Rabbi. If we all work together, we will soon have latkes for everyone. Deep in the forest, the old bear slumbered in his den. His stomach was full of potato latkes, and his warm woolen scarf was wrapped snugly around his neck. Pleasant dreams, old bear, and happy Hanukkah. So friends, for all of you who make your own latkes and who are blessed to have a bubby or a zeta or family around or a mom or a dad or a grown-up, just be sure that when you share your latkes, you know who you're sharing them with and make sure that you have enough for everybody. Deal? Deal. Deal.
Okay.
All right.
Good choice, Rabbi.
Thank you. It's a happy story. It's a happy story. Let's finish out our service and then we'll go to our craft. Oop. Let's just see. I think we are stuck for a second. Let's take a moment, everybody, and if you would, take just a moment and give your little ones a blessing, whisper in their ear, if you would, or offer them this blessing, which is Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yehuneka. May God's light shine upon you. May God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you feel God's presence with you always, and may you find comfort and wholeness and peace. Will you help us as we finish our service with the Lenu, help us by rising in body or in spirit, and we will turn to our conclusion.
Anachnu kori umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom ha'u bayom ha'u yeh Adonai echad u'shemo 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 echad.
Who's ready for our closing song? You can stay standing if you want to be a dancing latka, a latka that only the right people can gobble up who come to visit the Bobi, right? And join us in the singing of I Am a Latka, and then we will wrap up and turn right to our craft.
I am a latka, I'm a latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a latka, I'm a latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am so mixed up that I cannot tell you. I'm sitting in this blender turning brown. I've made friends with the onions and the flour, and the cook is scouting oil in the town. I sit here wondering what will come of me. I can't be even looking as I do. I need someone to take me out and cook me, or I'll really end up in a royal stew. I am a latka, I'm a latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a latka, I'm a latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a latka, I'm a latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a latka, I'm a latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come.
I saw some great dancing latkas. It's our favorite song in our house as well. Way to go, everybody. Who's ready for their craft? Are you ready for your craft? I'm going to unmute everybody, and I'm going to bring Ariel over. Thank you, Mr. Reader. And yeah, thank you, Mr. Reader. And we hope everybody is going to help us with their craft. And last month, we were so excited. Somebody actually sent their craft to me. They emailed it, and we put it up on the website. So if you want to, when you finish your craft, if you want to send it to me or somebody in the office, we'll take your craft and we'll put it up on the website for everyone to see. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bring Ariel over. We're going to switch.
Hello, Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and happy Hanukkah. So today is like a do-it-yourself day. You can choose a theme and you stick with it. Pick something that's your favorite. If you like sports, if you like cooking, if you like arts and crafts, whatever you like, you're gonna make your own Hanukkah, okay? I chose to draw all of mine, but if you wanna roll up paper and tape and glue, or you wanna paint, you can do that. And I have two favorites that I made. I spent all day making these and I thought they were fun. So I love animals. Love certain animals, and I thought this was fun. This is an octopus because it has 8 arms and each arm can hold a candle, and then I put the moss right on top. And then my favorite one is a box of crayons.
Oh, a crayon. What's one of your favorite things that we can turn into a menorah?
So you can make a Chanukiah however you like.
Singing.
And if you hang it on the fridge or wherever, you can add a candle each night that you celebrate. I've only added one candle because
Yeah.
I haven't
Like
lit
the
with my
microphone
family yet.
and
So
the
you can
mini-
add a new candle each night.
Yes. Actually,
We're all
And please
instruments.
send in pictures,
Okay.
like
Just
wherever
might
you
be
hang them, we would love to see them. And let me know if you have any
we
questions.
have this piece of paper.
If you need an idea, a great way to do it is to trace your hands like this. 4 fingers on this hand, 4 fingers on this hand. And then in the middle, just make sure it's taller, that you know it's the shamash. Does anyone have anything they've started that they want to show me? Too quick?
I've been working on sketches for something I think I want to make out of wood. So this is good for me to get to draw.
I'm gonna paint.
You want to try some biscuit? William would like to thank Temple for his lovely baby present he got, which
Oh, nice.
his sister is using. So thank you.
Nice, nice, nice. And now, right, we have that song in our head in case some of us were dreidels, we were spinning too much, right? We forgot the order, right? You put them in from right to left and you write them, you write them from right to left, right? You put them in from right to left and you light them from left to right. So you light the newest one first, right?
Can I sing the song again for you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Put them in starting from the right. Add one more for every night. But don't forget when you start to light, you light them from the left to right.
Perfect.
I'm tracing my hand to make menorah.
Avery, are you tracing your hand?
Yeah.
You gotta toss that thing. It's like an ice cream cone.
Well, I actually like ice cream.
Yeah. And do you want to add more music?
Okay, we'll do it then.
And then you can add the flames.
Yeah.
Tell us what shapes you're drawing. So Avery's doing a hand. Who else is doing something? Is Julia there?
What? She's running to get supplies.
You wanna share
Okay,
it
and what
with
about
me?
Caleb?
That is Julia.
No.
So I'm planning.
And who else do we have there? Who's
This
there
is
from
Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. Tell us what you're doing. Nice to meet you, Lucy.
So we are making a menorah that has music notes for the bottom and a
Nice.
microphone for the top.
Oh my gosh, I
Perfect.
love that.
Putting stickers on.
Fantastic.
Been doing projects like this for a while.
That's awesome.
Want to color on here now? What do you want?
Ooh.
You want orange, yellow, or pink?
No, come sit with us.
Oh, I like that. You traced your
Nice.
hand. That's nice. Got all your fingers there. How many fingers do you have on your hands there?
4.
And on the other hand?
This one?
4.
And what's gonna light your candles? Do you have a helper candle?
You keep calling.
I'm doing with a yellow crayon. I'm doing 2 flames.
I like that. Very nice.
On the second night of
Very nice.
So I think I want to make a Hanukkah like this with different triangle slices of different kinds of wood.
That's awesome.
I'm making fireworks. You want to look at my menorah?
Yeah, you said,
Now to draw.
oh, cool. That's great.
Okay, I need this.
Is anyone else still dancing from services like Rabbi Till? I can see her in the other room. She's still dancing. She's a latke.
Sticker or add more music notes.
Finish up.
Oh, this could be like music note lines. Like on music, like watch. Look at this. This could be like a.
That's what I was thinking.
This could be like a treble.
As you light the candles, we would love to see pictures. If you don't want them posted, that's fine, but we'd still love to see them. And if you're okay with them being posted, let us know. They're so awesome and we would love for everyone to see them too.
Can I show you anything?
All right, say it.
Here's mine.
My blueprint.
Awesome.
Give me.
That looks so great.
Two pieces of paper. Is it time to go home?
Let me see that one. No, the other one. Oh, I see. Put your name on it, please.
Did anybody get anything good for Hanukkah yet?
I did.
What did you get?
I got a school set and an Our Generation makeup set.
Wow. Nice. What is Our Generation? That sounds so familiar.
It's like the imitation American Girl doll.
Like Target's version of
Target's version.
Love that.
it.
Yes, I love this.
Yes,
Wait,
yes. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, so tell them you better go.
Bye.
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 Looks like we have an accent toy on Colborne Road here.
This was Caleb's present last night from his Nama.
Nice. That looks like fun.
I got a present. I got a Polly Pocket set.
She's so integrated.
It was a narwhal one. It's a narwhal one, and it's really fun to play with.
That sounds awesome. I should get one of those.
Whale?
I'll talk to my mom.
They're like super tiny. I can show you. I can get them. I'm ready.
Good. Say it again.
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Bye. Thank you for coming.
Bye. Yay.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
The Polly Pocket. My sister and I used to play with those. I know exactly what those are. The little rubber ones. I remember those.
You can't reach it high up.
Oh, here.
Those are awesome, Lucy. So cute. Looks like everyone got great stuff the first night.
It's kind of about it.
It looks like a lot of fun. I hope you get to play with it a lot.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Well, we're
I'll
gonna-
sh-
we're gonna
so
finish up
I
the
have-
lesson.
I have a
Show them.
Good job, Caleb.
I have one of these, and it slides her all the way to the bottom.
Cool.
That's awesome.
All the
Let's
way.
say thank you and
Happy
happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Happy
for coming.
Hanukkah.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye. Thank you.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Nice to
Shabbat
see
shalom.
you. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
You can say bye-bye. We're gonna say bye to the people.
He's busy.
Yeah.
Bye, Caleb. Say bye-bye.
Bye. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Say happy.
Bye-bye.
Say it again. You want to sing them the dreidel song?
Yeah.
Hanukkah, Hanukkah. You want to sing them dreidel before we go? No?
Bye.
Thanks, Mr. Reader.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that computer away.
Yes, did you leave the same Zoom open for the?
We do, which is why my daughter and I have to do that do-si-do quickly. Yeah. Yeah.
What a beautiful service. Thank you so much.
It's fun. It's
You
fun,
do
right?
such an awesome job. You really do.
It's just fun, right? It's just fun. It's look, you've been there in person. It's best in person, right? But it's just fun and they're happy and it's good.
Listen, you guys are accommodating. It's
Looks like.
wonderful.
Long way.
Have a good Shabbos. It's not always good to see you. It's always
You
good to
as
see
well. Be well. Be
You
healthy.
too. You
See
too.
you
You too.
soon.
Take care. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Just logging on. Is it too early?
No, you're good. You're good. Hi, Gina.
Is that Rick Rizzo?
Yes. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. How you
Oh,
doing, Rick?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
A video wizard, huh?
Shabbat Shalom.
Watch along.
Yes, I think I'm done here.
Shabbat Shalom. Hold on, Ariel, 1 second. Rick, I'm going to pass that to you. You're, hold on 1 second.
Living room, connecting, hopefully.
Hi, Bob.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
Rick, you're the host. Can you make me the co-host though, please, so that we
Yeah.
can, yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Hi, Elise. Hi, Bob.
hi there. Hi, Kenta, Nata.
Hi, Elise, how are you?
Phil.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
See everybody.
Okay, when they actually start, okay, it's gonna be a big, I'll get it to be a bigger screen. So I think it'll be better if you move that chair back and I'll move it back this way. So I'll turn it so that you see the screen too, Florence.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll be our distance.
It's gonna be a
apart.
bigger screen.
No, but it'll be definitely be a
Oh,
bigger
it'll be
screen.
filling the whole thing out.
It'll fill the whole thing
Oh,
out.
okay.
I think we take the gallery view and it does that. But at least, we're in, we're invited and we're in.
I'm already.
Yes. I don't know if are we muted or can you hear us?
I don't hear a thing.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I have my dear neighbor write down a piece, Florence Goldstein. We're going to watch the service together and we're going to keep our distance. That's why you see us with masks, okay? And we can be a part of the service. And
Hi, Susan. Hi, Gracie.
If that were pushed back further, whether you could be on this side and I could be on that side, we'd still
I
be.
just can feel excitement. Everybody's so excited.
Oh, we're wrong angles.
well, I mean, see if we can see, you can try it
Yeah,
this way.
this is good, because this is 6 feet
Yeah, okay.
and
if you
I can see.
Okay.
This is
Okay,
better. Thank
good.
you.
Sure, we'll do it whatever way is better. Okay. You know what? Why don't we still have a few minutes? Why don't we go out a minute and do the, well, I put the thing.
Hi,
up.
Susan. Shabbat Shalom.
Talking.
We should maybe mute ourselves for a bit. Mute ourselves.
Will she
Yeah.
go louder?
I'm gonna mute us just a little.
Hi, Marlene.
Hi,
Shabbat Shalom. How are you?
Marshall, I'm good. My brother just texted me about lighting candles. I'm gonna tell him another night.
Well, he could join us at services.
Yeah, maybe. I'll try that.
Shabbat Shalom, Alan. We got your message about Hanukkah greetings. Thank you. Appreciate. Same to you from us.
Shabbat Shalom to everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, Alan. Chag Sameach as well. How are you?
I had a CAT scan today.
And how are you feeling?
She looked okay. I'll find out.
Yeah. No, please, God. Please, God, all will be well. Please, God.
I hope so. I'm
Yeah.
tired of going for CAT scans.
I'm sure.
So what's new?
What's new? It's
Did you put up a Hanukkah tree?
Hanukkah candles. No tree for us. We do have some fun string lights. We've got some Chanukia lights that are fun, and we have many candles going.
Yeah,
Yes, like Bob, right? You see Bob's got
Diamond.
yeah.
Looks so nice. I love it.
Did Hanukkah Harry bring all you ladies gifts?
My kids do. My kids do, and that's nice. That's nice.
My sister sent me a package with latkes and let's see what else. Ooh, applesauce and gelt and cookies. That was nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was sweet from New York and Philly. So I just had to run out for the light sour cream.
Right, to make them healthy, right? Just to make them healthy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's right.
Well, I'm trying to eat one a night.
Hi, Reba.
Hi, Reba here. Can you smell my latkes? Very good. Very good.
How's the baby doing?
He's great.
Good.
He said, "I love you" today.
No, come on. How old
Baby
is he?
noises.
He's like 3 months old. How old is he?
2 months old.
2 months old, but he made baby noises that sounded like that.
Well, because he's got to be gifted, right? Is he gifted?
Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
He cooked her a meal too. Hey, Jackie Linney.
Hi, how are you?
I can only see party. Oh, there you
Oh, there I am.
are. Rascal says hi.
Did he help with the candle lighting?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Rascal the cat came to the lighting last night, and he sang and moved his paws.
See, he's very talented too if he can sing.
Wow.
Yeah, well, he's family. My cat came from Lenny's family.
Okay, I'll make this.
Jackie's family.
When they start, I'm gonna put that
It's
up.
pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Hi, everyone.
he's doing the cancellation also.
Hi, Ed.
How come you're Rochester 19, Susan?
Last time I was on asking you.
Dress off. Yeah, these are all active temple people.
Didn't hear it.
Been there a long time. People.
Huh?
What's the
We're on
number?
it, I think.
I was gonna do it on here, include me. I wanted to do it on here.
Oh.
Hi,
Bob.
Shelley.
Hi,
Rabbi, can you
Hi,
tell me the
Elise.
Zoom number?
Hi. Whoops.
Hi, Ellen Skirker.
Hi.
Shelley, if you
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Shelley, if you go to the website, so whoever needs it should be able to get right in on the website. And they just need the pass. Is it for you?
No,
It's
we're
for
fine.
Allison.
We're fine.
We're all together.
Okay, so but you're in, right? You're in. If you read you're set. Are you good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Hi, Judy.
Thank you.
Website now.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah's right. Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah.
And
Happy
Shabbat.
now.
Which one are we supposed to say first, Rabbi Till?
Renee, you want
Shalom.
to you say, well, technically you say Chag Sameach first. One of your candles is sad though. One of your candles is already like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I don't know if you can
My
see it behind you.
candle? Mine?
That's
Hi,
Rabbi
Marcia.
Till.
Hi, Marcia. We
Get my kids set up.
technically what you do Hanukkah first and then Shabbat, because once Shabbat starts, technically, right? You're not supposed to kindle any other flames.
Okay, where's my audio? There it is.
Yes, you can.
Marcia, we hear you. We hear you.
Hey, Renee.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see everybody. Hi, Arlene.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, everybody.
Good. Lovely to see.
Hardly.
You're wearing your mask in the house?
No. Yes, we're wearing our.
No.
Hi,
We'll do
Susan.
it with their hand.
Yeah, with their hand.
Hi, Judy and Alan.
Hi, Renee.
Renee, how are you?
Yes, how are you?
What's this gorgeous girl? Going on there.
Hi, Donna.
Hi, Renee. Hi,
Hi,
Marcia. and
Donna.
Abby. Hi, Marcia, and your beautiful family. Hi, Abby. Hi, Sam.
Hey, where's Donna? You know Donna. Donna, say hello. She come up again.
Hi, Abby.
Hi.
See you. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Eric.
Oh, look.
Mwah.
Not yet. It's early.
5 minutes to go.
Hi, Elaine.
Hi, Gilbert family. Shabbat shalom.
Up at the top.
Top middle?
No, Ellen, the time right here.
Oh.
And then we have 25.
You can do it with us.
I'll hold your hand.
I'll light the candle.
Birkins, you're poised and ready, right? Birkins, I see you're poised and ready. Can't wait, right?
Yeah, right? Look at them.
It's good. They actually say that you should go quickly to do a mitzvah, so that's the right posture. It's good.
Well, maybe kneeling. How about kneeling? Okay.
Ours are in the kitchen.
It's not down here, it's upstairs.
There's our downstairs.
Barbara.
Hello, Shabbat Shalom, Happy Hanukkah.
In a moment, we're gonna mute ourselves.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah, Abby.
Happy Hanukkah.
Who is that?
Uh,
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah, Marcia.
Hi, Lauren.
And
Hi, Abby and Marcia.
Hello, hello.
Oh no, Al, Judy, what's going on?
nothing much.
Have to get Sam over here and just check.
Sammy,
I know.
Sammy, Sammy, your old teacher's in here.
Yeah, the old teacher.
The old teacher or your former teacher?
I see Bob Zeman. Hi, Bob.
Hello there.
Oh, where's
Hi,
Bob?
Kelvin. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Hi,
Hello.
everybody.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Lauren and Katrina. Hi, hi.
Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Hello,
hello.
Hi, Lindsay.
It's my kindergarten teacher.
Yes, it was your kindergarten teacher.
Carol, I'm trying to get hold of you.
Yes.
Wait, did everyone ever say my name?
I think you have to.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, Shabbat Shalom. Hi,
Before I got it to come
Oh,
here.
there it is. My teacher.
Okay, stop.
Welcome, everyone.
They're sharing your screen. Oh,
Here
That's
comes my
gonna
better
be
half.
out, right?
Here comes my better
Go to
half.
more. No.
Marcia, how old?
It's a little different. How do you show everybody?
I'm scared.
Here we go.
There you go.
Here we go. There's Cantor Braun. Cantor Braun.
How you?
It's Friday night, right?
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
I'm looking.
Really funny. I had no idea.
Was that her?
That's right, and he can be on a different page. You can always see what
Here's Donna.
Right, that's true.
Happy
One
Hanukkah,
time at a
everybody.
time.
Grandchildren don't live in Toronto.
Marcia, how old is your grandchild?
Abby is 6 and Sam is 7.5. Sam is right here.
Okay.
He was reading a book and we made him stop reading so he could come over. So come on over so they can see you.
My screen froze.
Not her.
Another screen to see what's there.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there she is right there. And Mrs. Greer. That's Mrs.
Hi,
Greer.
Abigail.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Mrs. Greer.
Hello.
Hi, Mrs. Greer.
Hello.
David and Wyu.
Hey,
Hi, David Wyle.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute us because we're gonna hear ourselves. They don't want everybody reciting it.
Hey, Dave.
Abby, stop please for a second.
He's the one.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's better than I.
How would I know?
At least go to
Who's saying hi to me?
Hi, everybody. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everybody. We're so happy to see you. There's such Such good energy already. I can feel it and sense it. What a treat of a Shabbat that we have tonight. Shabbat in and of itself would be enough, right? We would say wrong holiday, I know, but we would say Dayenu, right? That by itself would be enough for us just to gather and to celebrate. But tonight we have Shabbat. We have Gracie Peltz on the beginning, on the cusp of her becoming a bat mitzvah weekend. What a joy that's going to be for her family. And she's going to lead us in some of the prayers tonight, and her parents are going to help us as well. And we know that Hazel is with her too, to lend support and her voice and her energy. And then we have so many of you who have been a part in one way or another in this beautiful, incredible service of love and light and brightness and warmth that Cantor Braun has put together. And so many of you have lent your voices and lent your energy and lent your skill and your warmth to really do what Hanukkah is all about, which is really to be a symbol of our joy and our light and in the darkness. And we have felt darkness in a different way this year, right? To really do what we can to cast it out into every nook and cranny that we can. So we are going to invite you, please, to join us in prayer, in song, in spirit, right? So much of the Hanukkah story is about the power of might, right? The power of spirit, rather, over might, right? And the determination of our people. And tonight we focus on our resilience and our Jewish identity and our spirit and that which draws us together. So join us, please, as we continue. Sing with us and pray with us and be with us. There have been some questions about which we're going to light first, the Hanukkah candles or the Shabbat candles. It is for us to light. We start Hanukkah before we start Shabbat, so technically we can do that and allow ourselves to welcome in the spirit of Shabbat after we have kindled our Hanukkah lights. And the other question that always comes up year after year, and I appreciated the nudge today in the young family service, you put your Hanukkah candles in. I don't know if this is going to work. It'll be stage right or stage left, right? But you put your candles in right to left, but you light them left to right, right? So you put in, so this was last night and this is tonight, but you would light tonight first and then yesterday's second. Okay, so you put them in from right to left, but you light them from left to right. So we are going to celebrate Shabbat. We're going to invite you to join with us tonight. I use my grandmother's Shabbat candles and a gift of Hanukkah candles as well that have been given good use in the past and have wax that is there for, I think, eternity. So join us, please. Bring all of your energies and all of your warmth and all of your light as we celebrate Shabbat and Hanukkah together in song and voice and in spirit. Join us.
Well, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi. To get a best experience tonight, we would like everybody to keep a speaker view, if possible, to keep your computers, laptops, TVs set up to the speaker view, and you'll get the best of it. With it will be a lot of recordings with our choir, so they'll be in a full screen with the speaker view. Happy Hanukkah.
Join me, please. I'm going to offer this reading, but please, you read it and pray it with me or follow along as we say the lamps within. A lamp glows inside your heart with 8 ways to light it, 8 ways to keep it shining, 8 ways to keep its glow. Light it with your joy, light it with your tears, light it with this song, light it with the works of your hands, light it with hope, light it with service, light it with this prayer, light it with praise to God's holy name. Bring the lamp of your soul out into the street, so that all who have forgotten the miracles around us will remember the beauty within. So that all who have forgotten the miracles around us will remember the beauty within, so that all who have forgotten the miracles of old will remember to rejoice. A lamp glows inside your children. Keep it shining, watch it glow. Light it with your joy. Light it with your tears. Light it with song. Light it with the works of your hands. Light it with hope. Light it with service. Light it with prayer, and light it with praise to God's holy name.
Amen. Well, I hope you brought with you any instruments. I brought my tambourine or any head shakers, egg shakers, anything that you have, or clap your hands. and join me in the dreidel song. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I will play. It has a lovely body, with legs so short and thin, and when it gets all tired, it drops and then I'll win. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I will play. It has a lovely body, with legs so short and thin, and when it gets all tired, it drops and then I'll win. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I will play. Well, I guess we set a little mood, you know, with a little song, with a short song, and what could it be better as a dreidel song? So we'll move on to our Hanukkah blessings, Hanukkah lights. If you have your Hanukkiyot, we'll say the blessing for Hanukkah and then for the miracles. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu leholik derech shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim l'avotenu b'imotenu בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Amen.
And we will continue as we kindle our Shabbat lights. We'll invite Jack Peltz and Gina Merlis to join us as they bring in light and warmth and beauty and glow to this Shabbat in your family.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. And together we sing Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen, amen. We say that right there are so many miracles to celebrate over Hanukkah and over Shabbat, so many good things. One of them is trying to navigate a very narrow space with all the candles lit at the same time, right? So we hope that went well for you. We hope that as you are enjoying the beauty already of this evening, that you'll join us as we give thanks, as we lift it up, as we sanctify it with Kiddush. We'll ask you please in body or in spirit to join us as we rise and as Gracie leads us in Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lema'aser v'reshit. Kihu yom tehila, lemin krayin kodesh, zeher litziot mitzrayim, kivanu vaharta, veotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, hinhaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
L'chaim tovim.
L'chaim, l'chaim. And please be seated. Let's continue.
Let's continue with Shalom Aleichem as we welcome Shabbat, as angels accompany us, as we celebrate Shabbat, protect us with peace and with holiness. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Malachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzetzim L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Well, in a moment, we'll continue with our amazing project, Temple Sinai Sings. Many of you recorded a Hanukkah song, and I would like to thank all of you who have recorded for this project, and also all of you who didn't record or were not able to record, and thank you for your support. Especially, I would like to thank Lindsay for assisting me with this project and recording many of you, and Rick and Susan Rizzer, of course, people behind the stage, as we say. As many of you know, in life, often sadness touches happiness, and happiness touches sadness. And we're so proud and we're so honored to have Charlie Schachter featured in this video. And his memory will be forever with us. And maybe we all be blessed with his spirit that he had and his character, and may he be a blessing for all of us. So we'll listen to the Temple Sinai Sings, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, we'll continue with Hatzikadosh. Please join us. Yitkadal v'yitkadash meraba, v'lmadi b'rachirotei v'amlich malchutei, בחייכנו מיומכם ובחיי דרכו בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמירה במבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קדושו בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה בשירתה תושבחתה בנחמתה דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו amen.
Let's continue with our call to worship. We'll ask you please in body or in spirit to rise.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam va'ed. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of day and night. You roll light away from darkness and darkness from light. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. In love, you offered your people Israel your Torah and mitzvot. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed.
And please be seated. We continue as Gracie leads us in the Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Moshe u'Miriam u'Bnei Yisrael lacha anu shira b'simcha rabah ve'amru chulam. Moses, Miriam, and Israel responded with song to you, all of them proclaiming. We continue together. Baruch atah Adonai, hapares sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Spread over us your shelter of peace.
We continue with a joyful Shabbat song of Shamron. It's written by Danny Messing. Danny Messing will be our scholar in resident and artist in resident in January, not in June, in January. So we all hope you can join us and just watch for the publicity. Shabbat, Shabbat, Nasoret Shabbat, Nedoratam, Nedoratam, B'Shalom, Ruben Israel, Shabbat, Shabbat, Nasoret Shabbat, Nedoratam, B'Shalom. Let us continue as we turn to the tefillah. We'll invite you, please, to join us in prayer and thanksgiving and rise in body or in spirit. My mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu b'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Koneh HaKol, וזכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומבגלה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב וחושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחייך הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחייב ומצמיח ישועם ונאמן עד הראיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחייך הכל.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. And please be seated. And we continue together. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shchinato l'tzion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion.
And please join us in song with Al Hanisim, a special Hoda'ah, special blessing for Hanukkah. Al Hanisim ve'al ha'purkan ve'al ha'gorot ve'al ha'tshut ve'al ha'milchamot she'asita la'avoteinu bayamim ha'hem b'zman hazeh. Al Hanisim ve'al ha'purkan ve'al ha'gorot ve'al ha'tshut ve'al ha'milchamot she'asita la'avoteinu בימים ההם בזמן הזה. יא לילה לילה 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 יא לילה לילה. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha ulachana elahudot. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai hamivarech et amo Yisrael bashalom. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. We take a few moments, warmed by the glow of the candles and warmed by the spirit of this festival of lights and this Shabbat, and we pause. We pause and we reflect and we pray and we meditate in some silence.
We pray the words that we just heard. The words that we just heard, the prayers that we just heard, invite us to open our hearts, p'tach libi, right? To open them wide to those who are in need, to a God who hears the yearnings of our heart, the deepest, most innermost places of our prayers. And we open that heart in prayer. And we open that heart in honesty and candor and in love and in hope, as we include in our prayers, in the openness of it all and in the warmth and the brightness of this gathering, for those who are aching, those whose bodies are aching, those whose spirits are aching, those who are struggling. And we say, Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yivarech et Acholin. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and strengthen those who are ill. Let us hold in our prayers tonight Mark Friedman, Elizabeth Friedman, Shana Esther Bat Rochel, Joel Shamaskin, Chaya Necha Bat Riva Leah, Simon Brightman, Barbara Baer, Katriel Parachia Ben Herschel, Laser Vishoshana, Sally Graff, Sarah Bat Abraham Visara, William Fawcett Jr., Alan Skirker, Chaim Ben Sarah, Dina Vihoshua, Laura Braun, Shulamit Buzo, Raymond Condon, Susan Silton Tobias, Pamela Labat Blackwell, Sandra Bello, Barbara DeCario, Eric Weiner, Marie Eichner, Kim Stanger Delisle, Grace Hughes, Jack Hughes, Yafa Sarah Bat Miriam Utzvi Hirsch, Judy Driscoll, Ralph Bookbinder, Leona Johnson, Eileen Kaplan, Patrick Doherty, Miriam Bat Ella, Randy Weiss, Lynn Fragan, Yoni Fine, Stephen Brent, William Shemish, George Okrent, Rini Feingold, Marcia Blank, Masha Rochel Bat Leah Yaakov, the Grodensky family, Yitzchak Ben Leah, Nancy Cohen, and Batya Shana Bat Shana Rivka Mordechai Bear. Please, if you would, add those names either aloud or in your own hearts. I'll invite you just momentarily to unmute yourself, share that name aloud so that we can hear it and include that person, that loved one, in our prayers.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Davidson, Julie Everett.
Asha Anita, Jason Wayland,
Aaron Nehemiah Ben Sarah,
Matt Jones,
Carmela Figueroa,
Gerald Walker,
Sydney Legault,
Ben
Wayne
Surieta,
Barbara
S. Deva,
Andrea
Patrick,
Reynolds. David Cully.
Stan Escoda,
Sarah Postelnik, Allison Rohr Kelly, and Stella Nescoda.
Amy
Marsha Sharfman, Judy Weiner, Leslie Frank.
Dave Halpern,
that's Joyce.
Shelley Reitz.
Let's gather all of those names, all of those in our hearts, those in our families, those in our community, those who we know are struggling mightily. And this is our season for struggles. Those who are battling COVID, those who are ministering to those who are battling COVID, our teachers, our administrators, our frontline workers, our transportation workers, our EMTs, our professors, our teachers, all those whom we encounter perhaps in the moments that we go out, but who are serving the public day to day. Let's hold all of them in our prayers for strength, for wellness, for well-being, for courage, for kindness. And let's turn our prayers and let's turn our voices toward them.
Continue with Heal Us Now.
Shino beni vasheya
We'll be continuing with Hanukkah sermon and song. You will hear two compositions, Light the Menorah and Light These Lights, that our choir recorded. Thank you to the choir for your dedication, for your beautiful singing. A few words about Debbie Friedman. Many of you know who she is. Debbie Friedman was an American Jewish singer and songwriter and song leader. She is best known as for Misha Berach, that we sing every Shabbat. Her songs are well known around America, Canada, around the world, sung in every congregation in the United States, Reform, Conservative, Orthodox. Debbie Friedman, basically, she made a revolution in the Reform movement. She introduced folk and camp music and pop style in the classical Reform worship. And she made a tremendous impact on Jewish camp and Jewish music in camp. She introduced also congregational singing in the classical Reform worship and format, and was also very revolutionary at that time. Between 1971 and 2010, she recorded 22 albums. And some of you know our favorite songs, our bed song that we all learn in Hebrew school, Miriam's song, Not by Might, Amelatka. Unfortunately, in 1990s, Debbie Friedman suffered from a neurological condition, and she faced her illness with heroism. She heroically went through those stages in her life, and she's still continuing to perform and write music, and she's a real model for all of us. And unfortunately, she died at an early age, at the age of 60, and after her death, in 2011, the Hebrew College Jewish Institute of Religion School of Sacred Music was renamed to Debbie Friedman School of Sacred Music. This is the school where cantors are trained, where I was trained, and most Reform cantors are trained in Hebrew Union College. And for all of us, Debbie Friedman will be always a singing angel, and her music and her legacy will stay with us forever. So you'll hear two songs, Light the Menorah, and the second song right after that will be Light These Lights. So I hope you enjoy it.
Light the menorah, it's Hanukkah, it's Hanukkah. Light the menorah, when Hanukkah is here. Light the menorah, say the blessings every night. Light the menorah, when Hanukkah is here. Add a new candle every night, light them for all to see. Sing special blessings and sweet songs.
Now please sing along with me.
Light the menorah, the candles burning for a night. Light the menorah, when Hanukkah is here.
Light the menorah, it's Hanukkah, it's Hanukkah. Light the menorah, when Hanukkah is here.
Add a new candle every night, light them for all to see. Sing special blessings and sweet songs. Now please sing along with me. Light the menorah, the candles burning for 8 nights. Light the menorah, when Hanukkah is here. Light the menorah, it's Hanukkah, it's Hanukkah. Light
Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us find delight and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you.
Our third song is very lively, and actually it's a little bit challenging because it has to be sung very fast, especially at the end. And it seems that the words are very repetitive. It's still a little bit challenging because the tempo is very, very fast. You'll notice when you hear it. So the third song is called Hanerot Halalu, and it was written by Baruch Cohen. He was born in California, and he served as a rabbi and cantor in California congregations. He received his bachelor degree from UCLA, and he studied arranging film orchestration with Boris Kremnilev, and he was majoring in motion pictures. He also studied cantorial music with Mr. Edelson and Jacob Beimel, and he received his rabbinical ordination from Rabbi Dr. Singer. So Hanerot Halalu by Baruch Cohen.
Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam. Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam. Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam. Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim. Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam. Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam. Yabba bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim bam bim. Hey!
It would be so much better if we could be together, but it was almost as good watching your heads bim bum with them. So kol kavod to all of you who give your energy and your brightness and your warmth to, as I've said before, to bridge the distance between us and to shed light in the finest way that you can and that we can all enjoy. So thank you to all the voices that were a part of the beautiful choral Shabbat that allows us to imagine being together and to imagine warmer, brighter, kinder days ahead and perseverance and being who we best are, which is community and strong and Jewish, proudly and unapologetically Jewish, with our bim bums and our complicated melodies and all that comes with it. Please join us as we turn to our concluding prayers. We move to the Elenu, and we'll ask you please in some way, in body or in spirit, to rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, התגדול על יוצר בראשית, שלא סרגי ארצות ולא שם ענק משפט האדמה, שלא שם חלקי נגהם וגורלינו כלחמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Cantor Braun said it so beautifully that happiness and sadness touch one another, and we know that they can be held in the same heart at the same time. And we turn our thoughts now to loved ones whom death has taken from us in recent days and those who died at this season in years past. Our hearts open as well to the wider circles of loss in our community and wherever grief touches the human family. During the period of Shloshim, these last 30 days, we are mourning the loss of Natalie Carol Hessel-Chekow, mother of Laura Chekow and Susan Chekow-Lusignan. Ella Anderson, mother of Mark Anderson. Seal Light, mother of Michael Light. Charlie Schachter, husband of Joyce Schachter. Alan DeMaio, brother of Janet Nemitz. Chris Sewar, relative of Peggy Cherkasky and Lori Harder. And Lise Auten-Taus, mother of Yoka Adar Stone. This marks a yahrzeit, an anniversary of passing for Murray Astorita, Mildred Beckwith, Jenny Berman, Ethel Cooper, Eva Kresoff, Sid Dorfman, Abram Doran, Ronia Feiner, Mark Feldman, Peter Fisher, Nathan Fox, Irving Fromm, Carol Freeman, Louise Goldberg, Harvey Gottlieb, Lee Halperin, Molly Hewitt, Ian Ingram, Dorothy Katz, Sophia Katz, Arcady Katz, Phyllis Kieva, Florence Kirshen, Bernard Lillian, Ansel Marblestone, Fanny Mazur, Alex Novozenitz, Tilly Oster, Edward Perlstein, Herbert Rabinowitz, Goldie Rosenstein, Josephine Schwartz, Josephine Steinberg Schwartz, Elizabeth Yermis, and Lillian Zeman. If there are names that you would add to either list or names better spoken aloud by you, please would you unmute yourselves briefly, share that name aloud with us.
Ella Begley.
Frederick Sandriello.
Norman Rund.
Zichronam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing as we continue together with the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit kadal v'yit kadash shmei rabbah. V'alma divrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh. V'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shmei dekudisha brichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates peace on high, the source of peace, bestow peace on all who mourn. And may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us join together in saying, Amen. And please be seated. We share with you some announcements this evening. There is just a wonderful lineup of Hanukkah events to be found on our website. Some of you were with us last night. A great start to Hanukkah together to light at 7 p.m. each night. And we want to invite you to join us and to look at the whole list of offerings. There's something tomorrow afternoon. There's something almost each evening. And please be with us as often as you can. We want to remind you that tomorrow morning there is Torah study and the Shabbat morning service where Gracie Peltz will be called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. So we want to offer our warmest best wishes to her and to her entire family. Tomorrow afternoon, in particular, at 2 o'clock, there is the Shabbat Sweet Spin, a delicious dreidel delight for you to make and enjoy and have fun making. That's for little ones and little ones at heart who just like good fun and candle lighting tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with Elise Wojciechowski. So join us there as well. And Sunday, in particular, religious school at 9:30 and a gathering at 9:30 for everybody who wants to come to celebrate Hanukkah to start. And then come to our carnival of lights. Come in your cars, come at 4:45 on Sunday. Bring some sort of something to illuminate that is safe and that you can maybe hold against your window so that we can cast light together and welcome Hanukkah and celebrate Hanukkah together. And we've got some goodie bags for you as well. We'll do a little bit of singing. Each in our cars, you'll be able to tune in on your radios. We thank Rick Rizzo for that and for tonight and the cantor as well and Mary and everybody in the office who helps put all that together. Ilan will be there. We'll all be there. So join us on Sunday afternoon at 4:45 and then candlelighting in your PJs. Come one, come all, and story with Ellie Rosenfeld. So please be with us then as well. And I think, I'm just looking, I think in addition to that, the only other announcement is to thank each and every one of you who was a part of bringing such beautiful and rich and wonderful and lively music to us tonight. Such an incredible way to celebrate Hanukkah. So we thank you, and we thank Cantor Braun for pulling it all together and Rick for helping us deliver it in a way that you could enjoy it and almost feel like we were together, right? Almost felt like we were together. Any announcements that we should know about from you? Any news, any joys, any celebrations, any announcements that we should know about before we conclude? You can either unmute yourself briefly or put it into the chat box. Mazel tov to Dylan, who graduated from RIT. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, come, let's share motzi together.
Oh,
show us your anybody have a special challah for Hanukkah? Have you seen beautiful? Have you seen some of those beautiful chalot that are in the shape of a Chanukiah? And I don't want to put any pressure on you, but we kind of were wondering if you and Yuk would be the ones to do that. Next year, right? Next year, right? A beautiful, beautiful challah.
Next year we have a goal.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. The challenge, right? The challenge for us all. Lovely,
Beautiful,
everybody.
Esther.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Good. Eating good health, everybody. Keep healthy. Join us in Motzi, please, as we give thanks.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tavon, enjoy. We'll conclude this Mount Sur as our choir leads us in this beautiful Hanukkah hymn, and please join us. Hanukkah Sameach, everybody.
Chag Sameach.
Sameach, Hanukkah Sameach, and Shabbat Shalom. We will unmute everybody. Wish you all good things, all bright, healthy, and meaningful good things, and wish you Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, Carol and Keith.
Hanukkah Sameach, everybody.
Hello.
Thank
you.
Here we go.
Actually, that's her.
Mrs. Greer.
Sorry, I've been teacher mode before.
Teacher practice.
Right there.
Mrs. Greer.
Good to see your faces.
Yeah.
Hi, Medler.
It's on before you don't know where.
Shabbat Shalom, Bernice.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Early sleep.
Yeah.
No way.
Hey, Maddie.
Hi,
Rescuers here.
Hi, Daniel.
Oh, sure. Hey, Esther. Shabbat Shalom. Judy, anything else? Yeah.
This is Lindsay's Hagen's mother.
Here.
Oh,
She's here, mother-daughter.
okay, click on that.
I'm the mom.
Yeah, you're the mom.
Hi, Jill.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
We're not muted.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. I don't know how it works.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, Kelly.
Ellen, I like the earrings.
Oh, thank you.
Very festive.
Yeah, just made them last night.
They're good. They're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you.
That's beautiful
Thank you,
service.
Peter. Thank you, Rabbi.
So a menorah shaped challah, huh?
You got to Google it. You got to see it. Have you seen it? It's
Oh,
insane. It really, like, I mean, it's
Google it.
insane. Like it's made in pieces, right? So like the, you know, the arc part and then another one. And it blew my mind. Blew my mind. I lovingly offer you that challenge, not in any kind of harsh way. I like as not a baker, that was beyond my scope.
bye, everyone. No, the
Bye-bye,
music was
everyone.
wonderful, Cantor. That was so much fun. Such a fun project.
Fabulous service. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Cantor.
Bye, Esther.
And everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Please.
Yonkers, good to see you. Be well. Be well.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Shabbat shalom.
Is this Rick in the blue with the little
Yes.
circle? Look, it's a frightening little image, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's a host. Hi.
I was just getting ready to see if I had to remove you from. I didn't know if you were going to do something
At least she
scandalous.
said that about you when she couldn't see your actual image. If she'd said that about us when our camera was on, that would have been very insulting.
No, it was just this round kind of, yeah.
It did look menacing.
Yeah, I did. Menacing, that's the word.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.